And like, how long was it from like that initial time when you started grinding and letting everybody hear your beats and all, going to the beat battles, beat critiques, to when you got your first major placement?
Man, it was just years of that, bro. So my first placement was 2018, so that was Westside Gun and Benny on the Big Luther freestyle. So you figure when I was 13, so it was that 2004. So it's from 2004 to 2018. That's a big,
Yeah, yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And
14, yeah.
so you
15
figure,
years, yeah.
all those years of grinding, beat critiques, submitting beats, getting my mixes somewhat, learning how to mix, getting them decent, learning new ways to produce, so on and so forth. All those years to get to that first one, and actually
Right.
had a battle. How that came about with the first placement, I had a battle the night before, and then
Mm-hmm.
I had to go back to Charlotte. I was living in Charlotte for a minute, so the next day, West was looking for beats or whatever. And my man actually screenshot the post and sent it to me, and I went to his post,
Mm-hmm.
West Side Gun post, and he was like, "Yo, this is my email," and I ended up sending him like 6, 7 beats, and
Uh-huh.
ended up getting picked. He picked like 2 joints, but one ended up, getting used for Big Luther freestyle, and then one ended up being Vino D for Conway later on. So that's how that turned out. But it was years before I even
Yeah.
got my first joint. Yeah.
That's dope that you said that, because it just goes to show that like there's no such thing as an overnight success. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you gotta put the work in. It takes time. You gotta be patient. So like
Yeah. The faster you get it, the faster you come into success, the faster it will lead for me. And
hmm
the thing about it too, if you gain success, you got to still maintain that success as well. Just because
right.
I got my first break, how you gonna build off that momentum? What are you gonna do from that momentum? If you just like, you know what, um, I'm gonna go ahead. I got my first little placements. I got my, I'm making a little bit of money off it. How you gonna
hmm
capitalize off of your momentum from the music? And I think a lot of people kind of get stuck like that, and they end up falling off due to their own doing, because
Yeah.
they didn't follow up with our plan, so to speak.
Right. Right.
Mhm.
And your style of beats, it goes so well with the sound that Griselda has established for themselves. So like, um, the question I had is like, how did you initially get linked up with them? Was it from that first time when you got the when Westside Gun picked your beats?
Yeah, it started from that, and then I linked up with Conway through Flea Lord.
Mm-hmm.
They had posted a picture together, and I was like, "Yo, it'll be dope to have y'all on a record." And I remember I was at work one time. He had called me. He was like, "Yo, I made that happen for you, basically."
That's
That's
what's
how
up.
the Broken FEMA record came about. And I sent him a batch. He was like, "Yo, bro, we gotta work." I sent him like 10 beats, and he was like, "Yo, I like all these joints." So he paid like seven or eight
Wow.
for the 10. But um, yeah. So we did EIF, the first track on Full 3, EIF, and then I did Riches in the City. Then later on in the year, 2019, I did Vino D. Yeah, on Look What I Became? Yeah, Look What I Became album. So that's how that came about. Mhm.
And so, like, are you like officially signed to Griselda as one of their in-house producers? I mean, like, cause it sounds like you know, like you fit so well with that team, the way your beats sound and how they, even like how Derringer, it fits together.
Right. Now, I won't even say I'm an in-house. I just work, closely with them. Whenever they need joints or whatever. Of course, I send them beats anytime. But now I won't say I'm an in-house producer. They got their own in-house. the Heartbreakers. You know, that's Conductor, that's
Mm-hmm.
Conductor, Monk, and Danny the Flair. That's their in-house producers. But nah, I'm not an in-house producer at all.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, and I also want to talk about some of your other placements. Like you work with somebody that is like the dope MC to me, Elzai. You know, on the 7 Times Down, 8 Times Up album. How did that collaboration come about?
through the DM. That's it. Cause I tell people this all the time. Like Elzai was my first placement, but we didn't have any records out. Like, so I'm hearing the demos, but it's not out on wax. So, but you know, Wax ended up being like the first official placement. But I actually talked to Elzai first, and yeah, you know, I sent him like, you know me, making the beat on, you know what I'm saying, on video or whatever.
Yeah.
And I sent him the video in the DM, and he read the joint. I didn't think he was gonna read it.
Yeah.
Went through my whole page at the time. Went through my whole page, and he was like, "Yo, this dude actually fire." So he gave me his number, and I called him. We was building for like a good hour, and you know, gave him his flowers. It's still surreal just thinking about it. But
Yeah.
I made his flowers, built with him, and I sent him like mad joints. He just built it from that. Those songs are supposed to be like Lucy's. They all supposed to be singles at first, and then
Because you did almost like the whole album, right? Like,
I did the
whole album, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it was his idea. He was like, "Yo, let's do a whole project." He took a chance on somebody that was relatively not known. So
right.
Shout out to him for that, and it turned out a crazy project. Like, some people will probably argue that's probably his best project after working with Doug. You know what I mean? Respectfully.
Yeah.
Like, it depends who you ask. Some people still haven't heard the album. Some people like, nah, this is probably his best work or one of his best works for sure.
Yeah.
But it depends who you ask.
Yeah, I think it was really dope what you said of like, you know, of how you got up with him. You just DM'd him. I think a lot of times people just like, they don't realize that it could be just as simple of just asking, just put your, you know, ask somebody, yo, hey, I got this, what, you know, check out this beat, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like it depends how you do it though.
Yeah, if you do it in the right way, like, you know.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's still a very hit or miss situation because you never know if this person even want to respond. You know, they might have 50,000, 70, 100, 500,000 followers. Like, whole DM, you know, the DMs go to the request folder if they don't follow you. So they might have 100 plus DMs from random people or comments or whatever. It's like, what is the odds of me trying to, you know, work with this guy? That's like me, right? I want to work with 50 Cent, and I know 50 about to start working on music again.
Yeah.
50 got 28.3 million followers. The odds of me getting my DM seen is like me hitting the lotto. You know what I'm saying? So, something like that.
And you also work with another of my favorite lyricist, Sky Zoo, on his album called All the Brilliant Things. How did you get linked up with Sky Zoo?
Well, I knew Sky for years actually. Okay. I'm part of a group called Ill Science. Me and my man Cordova. He actually was working with Elzai before. I mean, not Elzai, excuse me, Sky Zoo. Before him and Nas started working. So he had a joint called, I think it's called That Knock or something like that, produced by this dude named Scratchzilla. They had a record that, you know, featured Sky Zoo on it. He linked. He was like, yo, for our album, I'm gonna get Sky Zoo on the joint. And then once that happened, started paying attention more and more. And I was able to see what he did, you know, with Barrel Brothers and you know, Theo versus JJ, and any other albums that he had throughout the years. And then I went to Boston Forgot what year. I think it's my 23rd birthday, so whatever year that was. So I was performing and I performed that record. And he just so happened to be there because this is, matter of fact, the year that Apollo Brown and Skyzoo did that project. It's the year that.
Okay, I got that joint. That easy. What's it called? The Easy Truth. Yeah.
Yeah, that project.
Skyzoo and Apollo Brown.
Yeah, so that was that year. I guess that was that year because I seen Skyzoo came through like through the door, or whatever. And it was so ill because I got this on film too. So I was performing. I had Apollo Brown pull up on stage because I was killing it on stage. I might repost that on my IG too. But
I'd like to see that.
Yeah, I was killing it on stage, and people was coming up. My man Cyrus, who threw the event, he came up on stage first, and that was like, "Yo, what up, what up?" And then Apollo Brown came up on stage to give me love too. So it was dope. So that's, throughout the years building with Sky, and then just really just seeing him more and more and just building. Then he ended up having a phone call. He was like, "Yo, I got this idea. Can you, cut this joint for me?" I was like, "Yeah, for sure." So ended up making that happen just through a phone call. And that's my brother. I could text him, "Yo, bro, he dropped a new single. I can play, bro, this is fire. Like, yo, I'm excited for the project that's about to come out, so on and so forth." Yeah, so having those real relationships too as a producer works a lot in your favor,
Right.
You have a lot of people that say, you don't have any friends, or a lot of these things in this business is very transactional. It can very well be transactional, but when you have those real relationships with those real organic people, those people you want to spend most of your time with because they view you more than just music. They view you as, "Yo, you a dope person. Like, let's build."
Yeah, like a real friendship. It don't have to. Everything don't have to be just business related all the time. Like,
Very, very exactly. So that's how me and Scott end up working. Yeah.